Hello everyone, this is Lolly. Today I want to share my new wax seals with you. They're not wax, they are hot glue, but I want to take you along the process of my learning journey. These are my first ones, and I want to talk about some tips and tricks. So stick around to the end. I am using this marble piece. I realize there's some glare on it, so let me see if I can pull it. Let's see if I can get an angle on it. There we go. Right there is a perfect spot outside of the glare of my overhead lights. I have 3 stamp heads. Now this one is just flat. This one is larger because it also has the flat part plus a frame around it. And this is a very small one. It's a frame as well. And the most important thing is the hot glue. This is your typical hot glue stick, and this is a clear one. You see the difference there? So I want the super clear one, and I'm using this, which is the Optitemp battery rechargeable AdTech hot glue gun. Takes mini glue sticks. I'm turning it on. Little tip about this: when I got it, it took me a week to get this to work because on the back of the box it says that this 0 is on. On mine, it is the little negative is on, so I couldn't get it to work. So I have another glue stick handy. It's going to take a lot of glue. And if any of you are familiar with a regular size, crystal clear glue stick, for doing this, let me know. I'm using the minis, but then you go through them really quickly. One tip for keeping them super clear and not letting them get cloudy is to store them out of light. So I have mine in a black pouch, except for the ones that I'm getting ready to use, and that will help considerably. So I have this turned on. It is going to take it a hot minute to get situated. So let's get started and talk about images. We're going to play around with different images, and the first thing I'm going to do is play around with stamps, postal stamps. So on this one, my hot wax seal is bigger than this. So one of the things you can do is to just put a piece of cardstock behind it to catch the other areas of it like that. Or I probably didn't center that very well. This has got adhesive on it. This is really weird. I'm going to put this a little lower because I want to try and catch some of that love on there. So that will be one. I have a whole lot of postage stamps, as you can see. And the ones that have already been used are just fine. So many possibilities with this. And this is a postal stamp, but if you have a stamped image, whether you've colored it or not, that would be another option for doing this. And get my... Another thing is patterned paper. I just use the flowers on some of my patterned paper, like this one or this one. And both of those are fine. Now I'm going to vary between these two because they will enable me to keep both of these going. You want to have kind of a cool surface and a cool head on this. That also helps the hot glue to stay clear. So what I want to do, though, is to trim this down a little bit so that I can get this on there like that. Okay, so here we go. Oops, I forget to keep that out of the way. So it takes so much glue that I have been pushing on this too to get the glue to come out more quickly because, again, it's a mini glue stick. I would prefer to have a standard size glue stick for this, but this is what I'm working with. And on this one, it's got little feet here and back here. So you could just lay it like this on your table. You don't have to worry about it touching anything and burning it. I still have a silicone mat off to the side. And this is just something for your kitchen. It's like a trivet to put hot pots on. But I'm still using it because it catches my drips. If you catch my drift. Okay. I think this is going to be good enough. Let's see. And I'm just going to put a big circle of it right there. I could tell this really needs to heat up more, but I'm going to go ahead and use it anyway because I've already started. Now with hot glue, you need to push down harder than you would with melted wax. Melted wax is so soft and runny. and you don't have to push down. Often I'm just setting my handle down and not pushing on hot wax. So we've got that one. Let's put that aside while it's cooling. I'm letting this heat up a little more. Find your focal spot, and that's where you want to do the majority of this. Oops, that wasn't good. Oh, lolly. Okay, we just messed up. We are going to keep on with fresh hot glue. I'm not worried about the strings, but I do want to get this nice and warm, so that's why I'm applying fresh glue. I can clean this up later. Okay, let's get those strings out of here. Little butterfingers there. I can also tell that I didn't get this laid flat on there. When you put it down, obviously you need to try and center it. And I'm having a hard time because I am not looking straight down. You need to look straight down on your project. But then my head would be in the way of the video. So that causes me to be a little off kilter. But this one did pretty good. It sealed right away. Okay, but I didn't get it in the center because you can see my little frame is not all the way around. Then all you do is just take it and trim around there. But this also gives it a very natural look to it. Okay, so there we have it. We've got one. That is very pretty. Pull that off. Now this one, I needed to have more glue on it. You see there's no lip around it. And I like to have a little bit of a lip, but the hot glue gun wasn't quite as done setting up. You need to have enough glue so that you're getting that nice ridge around there, but we can still make that work. So that is postal stamp and patterned paper, and these are cooling. And you can also use it on stamps. Now I'm going to do one of these. I think like this here would be a good stamp. And again, we need that on cardstock. Let's put this on some cardstock so it doesn't stick to my marble here. So let's use stickers. I've been calling this stamps, and I mean stickers. Okay, this is the coolest one here. And I like this word books right there in the middle. Okay, let's see if I've got enough here. Okay, now I can tell I have enough there because it is, I see it squishing around the edges, and that's what I want to see. Now the next one, now I'm going to do a book page. So this is a dictionary page. If you have a specific word you're really wanting to target, then hit right over that one. And then if it's really, really frail, you might want to back it onto something, but the hot glue itself will give it a nice backing, so you don't have to really worry about it. Besides centering these, you need to make sure that they are level. If you're leaning back one way or another, it's also going to squish out more toward the back or front. Okay, this one should be dry enough. That one did give us a nice little lip all the way around. Trim that off. Perfect. Okay, I am going to try something I haven't done yet, and that is try this wired ribbon. I have this little area right there. I think that would be awesome. Now, it's a really big flower. I would prefer it to be kind of smaller than what it is, but we'll get as much as we can of it. Oh, love that. Let's lay these down. I think they cool faster that way. And you can cut right through that glue. Now, again, I see that I didn't get enough of the frame. I have a really pretty frame and not there, so that's something I need to work on. They're both pretty warm, but that's okay. We're going to go for it. I'm going to use this one even though it's not the most cool of the two. There, let's set that aside. If anything is sticking, you can just peel it off with a paint palette knife. Those are very handy. Let's talk about flowers really quickly. I have some dried flowers here. And let's see which one I want to do. And I'm just going to put this directly on this. because I don't want white in the background. So now I want a flower to go right in the middle of that. Really chunky flowers are going to cause you trouble. Okay, dried flowers, let's try that. I'm going to come straight down so that hopefully this all stays in alignment. I know you can't see what I'm doing as well, but I figured if I came at it at an angle, I might have the flower layers separating. There we go, and I know this one's done. Oh, this is going to be so cute. I'm coming at it from the side so I don't have to cut through the wire with my scissors. Now this one, I got it perfect. I have just enough glue. I don't know why I've always been so hesitant to give it enough glue, and then I end up with not big enough frame around it. This one is perfect. Okay, cute. That looked really cute. So start looking at all your ribbons and your fabrics, you know, and you can see through it. That is really cool. Okay, but also, so we have our real flowers. We also have these paper flowers, which work just as well. But with this little knot thing there is not going to be our friend. So I want to cut that off of there. So I bought my glue sticks on Etsy. Oh, and another thing you could do would even be to put a real center right there, a real flower as the center, even though this is a paper flower. Oops. Could use tweezers to hold that flower down. Now, there's only 3 of the little felt pads underneath this, so it can rock, so be careful with that. Okay. There we go. Oh, that did turn out really cute. Just cut off the string. Look at that. That is really fun. I like the fact that that's clear. And while that's setting up, we did the paper flowers. Grab your ephemera pieces too. Ooh, I see something very adorable here and very small, and that's a little teacup, if I can get that out of there. And you could put that over a flower. You could put that over a little circle here. Let's do that. And time is of the essence because, like I said, the hot glue starts cooling pretty quickly. All right, set that aside. Hey, let's play with this. Rub-ons. I see a butterfly here that I want to grab. These are from Palooza. Okay, let's get that rubbed on there. I think this was our first one. No, it was our second one, but that's okay. It's done anyway. It's got a nice lip around it or border. People ask, how do you get these on your project? Well, most of them, the back of them is paper, so I would just use a paper adhesive like Barely Art to glue that down. But the ones that are not paper, that are just hot glue, this is also paper, and I would use paper glue. Oh, how cute. Let's just get it trimmed down really pretty, though. The ones that are just hot glue on the back, you can, or wax, if you do an actual wax seal, I would use a permanent adhesive such as the Power Tack from Beacon. Another thing you could do is actually use hot glue to attach them, but keep in mind that if the hot glue touches any of this, it's going to reactivate the hot glue and make it go soft, and you would lose the impression you got there. Okay, which one do we want now? This one's cooler. I'm just going with whichever one is more cool. Normally, I don't use 2 hands to use a hot glue, but as I said, I really need to get this to come out very quickly. Nice lip, good application, looking great. Now, when these are done, I have been using my gold deco color to put edges on all of these. So let's turn this off. And we just take this, I've already primed it, so off camera. And just go around and lightly touch it. I'm not pushing down, I'm just touching it. And then we're going to give you a close-up of all of these. Oh, this is so cute. So if you have an idea for where to get super clear, crystal clear glue sticks that are full size and not the minis, please leave a comment down below. I would love to know. Now this one, we had barely any lip on it. So what I can do is still come around and just give it a fake lip right there. Oh, they're so cute. And I'm really even liking the ones that are uneven. They do have a very organic look to them. There are other things you can do, such as molds, to get a perfect disc. And I do have some molds, but that makes it difficult to use the hot glue and to get the images down in there. This is a free form. I'm using the molds for my wax, my hot wax. And this one to get that lip on there. I really like this sticker here. I think this one has a really good look. And I am going to have to trim on this one and get it a little more clean. Okay, so let's pull this one off. This was the rub-on. Oh, adorable. So are you using wax seals yet? I have been fascinated with wax seals since I was a teenager. But the first thing I did was I bought the wax that are in sticks like a candle with a wick down the middle. And they smoked something awful, and I really couldn't get it to work right. And so I gave up on it. Plus, the seals themselves, the heads, were not deeply etched. And I didn't think I was really getting a good image. So I was discouraged, and I thought someday I'm going to find a better way to do this. And so this is exciting. Okay, so we have these. Now I am going to pull all of these. Now this one has a bubble in it, and it still looks so awesome. Let's do this, and we're going to pull all of these in here. This one, and this other flower, these were all done on patterned paper. These were stamps, postage stamps, and so was this. These ones here are really cloudy. They were not done with the clear glue stick. And this is ephemera. This is a book page. This is ribbon. These two were done with paper flowers, only this one had a real flower in the middle. Real flower. This was a rub-on and a sticker. So many possibilities. Another thing you could do is to just put a little bit of light dusting of glitter on your marble. Don't do it on silicone. It will stick and you will have a hard time getting the glitter off of your silicone mat. Ask me how I know. It's very hard to get it off of silicone. Make sure you look underneath this video too, to the links, and I will give you the link to the shop where I got my clear glue sticks. I know there are other companies, just I got this one and it took a long time to get shipped. So I will give you a supply list underneath this video, and also where I got these two heads here. A really great company that I started following on Instagram. She does a really good job. So much fun. Oh, another thing you can do to adhere these is they make circle stickers specifically for this that you can use to stick these to your projects. And I know I didn't cover all the bases of wax seals. This is just kind of like a beginning video for you, especially with regards to using hot glue. What was your favorite? And oh, I think this one is so cool that you can see through that, really. And I love the book page. And this one, my favorites, I think rub-ons will open up a whole different world to me, because I have so many rub-ons, and I think this is going to be great. I'm also, now that I see this works really well, I'm going to try it on fabric, and I'm going to try it on napkins. Oh my goodness, so many possibilities. Hit that subscribe button if you have a moment, and I hope you will stick around and watch my next tutorials.